Are you struggling to figure out what emails you should be sending from your brand and how often you should be sending them? In this video, I'm going to walk you through the exact steps you can take to create an email marketing calendar that drives revenue, builds engagement, and makes planning your campaigns totally stress-free. So let's get into today's video. So by the end of today's video, you're going to know how to plan your Klaviyo campaign calendar just like a pro. But before we get into the nitty-gritty of actually building out a calendar, what you need to do in any given moment, you need to zoom out, you need to take a step back and just settle yourself and consider what moment of the year you are in, because you need to understand the bigger picture of your marketing strategy before diving into the calendar. So from a broad overall perspective, what you need to do is consider what month we're in, what is the current season, are there any holidays coming up, or are there any trending cultural moments happening in the world that could be tied back to your brand. Then more specifically for your brand, what you want to do is look at your marketing calendar and look at when your product launches are coming, any collaborations on the horizon, any PR pieces, blog posts, sales or promos, any activity that is happening within your brand, online or offline, that you feel like should be communicated to your email list. Then as well as that, what you should be looking to do is identify any extra opportunities in the year. So there are obvious moments like your Black Friday, Christmas, Mother's Day, Father's Day that are really easy to center a marketing event around, but there are a lot of less obvious moments that you can create a marketing moment about. For example, back to school in September. Even if you're not selling to parents, you can create messaging that taps into the spirit of starting fresh or getting organized again. So what we actually recommend you do is creating a promotion calendar for the year ahead and breaking this out into quarters and then reviewing it. So before looking at the key dates generally across the year, what you want to do is input all of your brand specific moments. So your product announcements, your collaborations, live events, giveaways, promos, anything that is specifically happening within your brand, you want to put it down here. And what we recommend doing is just having a time frame for it, the products that are going to be included, the offer that's included, and perhaps a project charter if you want to share this with your ads team, your website team, email team, your social team. And what this should include is what your tone of voice will sound like and what images and guidelines you're going to use across this marketing moment so that everyone is singing off the same hymn sheet. So what we recommend is just roughly plotting this out for the remainder of the year, depending on when you're watching this. Then as well as that, what we actually recommend at the start of the year is building out a huge list of all of the key marketing holidays across the year. So what we recommend is just throwing as many holidays in here as possible. We're not going to suggest using each holiday period, but what we recommend is putting them all down and then considering, right, what key dates are most appropriate in terms of what my brand can communicate. So for example, if I'm a makeup brand in the women's space in Q1 of this year or of next year, what I probably look to do is take 5 to 10 dates from each quarter and then see if I can create a marketing campaign out of this. So for example, I can have a new year, new me, new styles coming out at the start of the year. We can look at Valentine's Day and Valentine's Day. There is International Women's Day, Mother's Day. So there's key dates here in the calendar that I know I definitely want to email on. And what I do is I just take all of these key dates, place them in my promotion calendar if I'm not already talking about it. And then all of a sudden, we're going to have 10 to 15 key dates mapped out per quarter. All of a sudden, we've got a huge database of dates that we can send emails on before we even get to looking at filler emails each month. So if you've been thinking like, oh, there's not much content that I can showcase in my emails and my emails are becoming boring month on month, this is the perfect way to start by looking at the key dates across the year and the key dates in your business, mapping them out and seeing how many dates you can create in your marketing calendar. The next step in creating your email marketing calendar is figuring out how many emails you should be sending each month. So this will change each month naturally depending on the time of year. November, you're probably going to double the amount of email sends you do simply because of Black Friday, Cyber Monday. But from a general approach, here's what we recommend. So for smaller brands under 50K per month, what we recommend is sending around 2 campaigns per week. For medium brands between 50 to 500K per month, we would recommend ramping up to 3 to 4 campaigns per week. And then for larger brands over 500K per month, you should really start to consider almost sending daily, but sending at least 4 to 5 5 campaigns per week. So just be consistent here with frequency and avoid overwhelming your audience. And what we recommend is just testing your email frequency by tracking open rates and unsubscribe rates. If your open rates stay above 30%, then what we recommend is adding an email the next week. And if your open rates hold, then continue sending on that email send cadence. The next step in building out your email calendar is understanding the types of emails that you want to send each month. So as I've discussed, you're maybe at a point where you feel like your email calendar is pretty dry, you're sending the same styles of emails month on month, and you want to come up with fresh ideas to keep your audience engaged. And here's how you do that. So there are a variety of emails that create engagement without relying solely on promotions. So perhaps you feel like you're just sending promotional emails that are just focused on product and just focused on a discount and an offer. But what you can actually do is send value-based emails each month and fill out your monthly email calendar. And there are 3 categories that you can utilize to balance your strategy and build out your calendar. The first category is trust builders. So it's exactly what you think it is. These are emails that build trust with your audience and reinforce your brand's credibility. So examples include customer testimonials, case studies, how a product is made, honest communication about a topic from the brand. And really all you want to do is build so much trust with the customer, showcase so much social proof that they're not going to go to a competitor. The second category, where 60 to 70% of your email sends are going to come from, is the content category. So these kind of emails will provide value and keep your audience engaged with creative, informative emails. And examples of this include, founder story, seen on you, how to use, us versus them, problem solution. Really fun, interactive emails that people enjoy reading. It gives them a better idea of what your brand's about. It helps them fall in love with your brand. And if you're really stuck for something to actually send each month, you can come back to this small list of emails that you can send, and you can probably focus on sending around 40 to 50% of your emails each month on product or collection focused emails. So just taking a specific product, listing out the benefits, listing out the key features, giving them an offer, and pushing that to your email list. The third style of email that we all do and you should be doing each month is sales and promos emails. So yeah, these emails are just designed to showcase an offer and get people to convert, because you've been sending all these value-based emails all month, and now you want to showcase or send a sales email, an email like a site-wide sale, buy one get one free, reducing the free shipping threshold, product announcements. These are all styles of sales and promos. And our promotion theory is that no brand is too big or small to run a promotion every 6 to 8 weeks. So unless you're a high 7-figure, 8-figure brand, you're not too big to be running a promotion basically every month or two. And because you're distributing value-based content between promotions to stay top of mind, you're avoiding them becoming overly salesy. So those are the 3 categories we recommend drawing inspiration from when designing your email calendar. If you're stuck for ideas on how to get inspiration for those styles of designs, what we recommend doing is coming over to mill.com. So with mill.com, you can come in here and search across thousands of brands and look back at the email campaigns they have sent. So what we'd recommend is actually taking 5 to 10 competitors in your niche, and then maybe 5 to 10 brands that are maybe not so much in your niche, just to draw more inspiration from other niches as well. And what you can do is you can go into their specific emails, as I just said. So for example, I'm just clicking into Nike's emails, and the great thing here is you can look back at previous years, you can look back at specific months. So again, looking at Black Friday and Christmas, you can build up a real big database of email inspiration and from brands in different niches. But it's really good that you can come in here, you can check out all of the different emails that your competitors are actually sending and get an idea of what you're going up against and inspiration on future designs for your own brand. Then what we actually recommend doing is saving as many emails as possible that you can recognize as having a different content angle. So for example, here's a quick board of evergreen emails that we've built out. They're not niche specific, as you can see, but what we like to do is, we'll categorize these by their title, and then we start building out a database of emails we like based on the content angle. All of a sudden, you can create boards upon boards of email inspirations that you can send to your designer to now mock up for your future email campaigns. The last step before we can start considering building out our email campaign calendar is how we're going to segment our audience. So what we recommend is using the 80-20 principle. 80% of your emails should go to your engaged segment. So target profiles that have been active in the last 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, even 180 days. If open rates are healthy for your smaller engaged segments, then start expanding to your larger engaged groups. And additional segments you can consider sending to are your active customers. So these are your VIPs where you want to send loyalty campaigns, early access offers and referrals. And as well, you might consider sending to your prospects. So these are anyone who's signed up to your email list and not bought just yet. And what we recommend is sending at least a monthly offer to convert them, because they've joined your email list, they've not converted perhaps in the welcome series, they've not converted across your campaigns. Maybe we just need to hit them up with a unique offer that month just to try and get them over the line. There are a bunch of additional segments that you can set up to send to each month, but if you're just starting out with email marketing, these are the two segments over and above your engaged segments that we recommend sending to, because you're going to get, most of your joy from your engaged segment anyway. But treating your VIPs like VIPs, show that you're, really interested in them and they feel valued. And then by targeting your prospects means you're trying to get them over the line and you're not wasting your ad spend. So if you followed the last 4 steps, you're now in a position to start planning your email marketing calendars. So you want to bring it all together into a practical, actionable plan. So remember your general marketing calendar, bringing it into play. You should now have an idea of the types of emails that you could send from your brand. You now know who to target by segmenting your list. So first of all, what you want to do is set a cadence. So ideally use a regular schedule. If you've tested to see what days of the week work best in terms of campaign sends, then stick to those days. We might recommend starting with Monday, Wednesday, Friday to begin with, and then testing additional days after that. Then what you want to do is you want to fill in the gaps with other campaigns. So start with your pivotal events like your sales or product launch if they're happening that month, and input those, and then alternate between value-based and promotional emails each month. And as well as that, plan any recurring themes in your email calendar if you do that. So if you know that a certain email content angle works, then continue to send it. So for example, for a fashion brand, this might be like Style Saturdays, and it becomes really easy and really repeatable, and your audience actually begin to enjoy getting the same kind of email each week if it works. And what we recommend is using a practical tool to actually build out your calendar. So use Notion or a Google Calendar to actually visualize the plan. And I'm just going to show you why this works best in just a moment. So let's walk through how to structure a campaign calendar with a real scenario in mind. So suppose you're a brand making between 50k to 500k per month and you have little data on what works best. At this stage, your goal should be to send 3 to 4 emails per week to maintain consistent engagement with your audience without overwhelming them. So start with trust or content emails every 3 to 4 days. Then add or replace some of these emails with sales or promo emails if applicable, and fill in the gaps with hyper segment sends. So remember the core additional hyper segment sends that I recommended, where I recommend sending to your VIPs, sending loyalty campaigns, early access offers and referrals, and also sending to your prospects, your non-buyers, sending them a monthly offer to convert. And once you bring all of this together, it becomes really easy to understand how you can send at least 12 email campaigns every single month for your brand. And what I've done is I've just drew out a rough idea of what the campaign calendar might look like in a given month for a brand between 50 to 500k per month. So what we've done is we've just plotted out a content or trust based email every 3 to 4 days in the month. So what we're looking at is February of next year as an example. So we've done content, 4 days later content, 4 days later trust, content, trust. We're actually running a promo here, content, trust, content, and all of a sudden we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 emails that we can send to our engaged list based on content and trust style emails. Then as I said, what we can do is we can plug in the gaps by plugging in a send to a VIP segment and a send to our prospects segment. But because we know we've potentially got a promo on Valentine's Day, then what we can do is send a couple of promo emails. So on the Friday and Sunday, I'm recommending to send a promo here. And then to our VIP list, what we can do is we can send this out the night before, giving them exclusive access to the offer going live on the Friday. And then at the end of the month, closer to payday, then we might want to utilize a send to the prospects segment, giving them a unique offer closer to payday. And all of a sudden you can see that we've now built out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 emails in February, which is even a shorter month compared to other months. and it doesn't look too chaotic. If we just, wrote this out in a list format, it might look a wee bit chaotic, but when it's, visualized across a calendar here, it doesn't look too chaotic and it looks like a really well organized plan, and it won't overwhelm your audience. And because we're utilizing various different content angles, we're building trust emails, we're sending some promos, it's not too chaotic here, and your emails are well spaced out to keep your audience engaged without overwhelming them with too many email sends. So there you have it, a step-by-step guide to building a powerful email marketing calendar that drives engagement and sales. So start planning today to unlock your email's full potential. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe for more email marketing tips. And if you want help setting up your calendar, drop us your questions in the comments or book a call with us in the link below. See you on the next one.